All right,
And just a note, that clock is not correct, so don't go off of that clock.
will not. Thank you. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Helotes Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting for February. It is February 3rd at 7 p.m. exactly. I'd ask the commission secretary to call the roll, please.
Greg Michelle,
Here.
Jason Whiteman,
Here.
Ann Caraway, here. Justin Hanson,
Present.
Amy Sandoval.
Here.
And we have Selena Perez, Christina Garcia from staff, and Buck Russell from council with us tonight. We do not have any citizens to be heard, so we can move to the next item, which is discussion and action on the minutes of the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission, January 7th, 2026. We all received this in our materials for this meeting. If there are any edits or corrections, please call those to our attention, or we can have a motion on the minutes.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, the motion is to, and I presume as submitted, yes? So the motion is to approve as submitted the minutes of the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission, January 7, 2026. All in favor, please signal aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you all very much. Item 5 tonight is discussion and recommended action on a request by Zeal Development for a conceptual design plan pursuant to Code of Ordinances, Chapter 98, Section 253, that is zoning procedures and review standards, establishing the site idea for an exterior build, 7 Brew Helotes at 12405 Bandera Road, including the site plan and general building concept. Christina, is there anything additional to inform us about this item?
We do have applicant with us who will be joining us online today.
Is he online right now?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. If there are any questions, we can go to the applicant on that. So we have thank you for the item that is up. And to clarify, is this the property that is currently the Sonic restaurant? And is that business, this refers to an exterior build. Are they talking about reusing, or redoing that building, or
Demo and
Demo
then
and-
bring in their own building.
Okay, so that's the exterior build part. Okay, thank you. I'll open the floor to questions or comments from the commission regarding any aspect of item 5.
The only question I had was, is there any outdoor dining? I couldn't quite tell from the plans. It didn't appear to be, but.
No outdoor dining, only concept. Customers will be in their cars throughout the entire service process. So drive-through only.
And sir, can you, for the record, tell us your name and business address, please?
Absolutely. My name is Riley Enright. I am here on behalf of Zeal Development. Our company address is 27777 Inkster Road, Suite 2B in Farmington Hills, Michigan. And I'm joined by Zach Mills from Toth Engineering, who has been working with me on this project as our civil engineer.
Great, thank you all for joining us. And I know it's a little awkward this way, but we're glad to have you with us. So let me continue on here. Jason, did you have anything additional you wanted to ask?
Nothing further.
Okay, anyone else with comments or questions for the applicant or staff?
I was just curious, so this is going to be a total demolition of the current Sonic, like nothing is going to remain of that?
That is correct.
Okay, so starting from scratch, okay.
I guess the question that I have is, I know that you're gonna be you have those 2 drive-through lanes. But is there gonna be a plan in case if there's any kind of overflow at all? Or do you guys anticipate any kind of overflow?
Based on the data we have, the amount of traffic and stacking is going to be actually less than what was present for the Sonic establishment. So typically, the amount of cars that are in that drive-through queue, as shown on the site plan, is probably a bit more than we anticipate. So we don't anticipate too much in terms of overflow based on what was existing.
Okay.
Question for staff, I think. Christina, will they be coming back to us with this?
Signage
Sign.
and lighting.
Okay, is that gonna be a master sign? They don't need a master sign.
No.
Okay, and, so I won't speak to signs now, but it just doesn't look like what's up there is necessarily compliant, at least on what's.
That is correct. So all signage is for not to be considered this evening. We'll be bringing it back.
Very good.
And are the exit and entrances the same as they are for the Sonic right now? I'm just a little.
We're trying to keep we're going to keep the curb cuts the exact same. We're just trying to keep as much of the existing footprint as possible, sans the building layout. So we just trying to keep it as similar to the existing use as possible.
Which has always been a little unusual for that location, if you're familiar with it. It's sort of one of the cuts goes through to sort of a semi-connected, or I guess a connected little strip mall too. So I don't know if you all have looked at that or considered making alterations to that, but it's not the cleanest, I would say.
Nothing exactly at this moment, but we are willing to work with the city on anything that they would like to improve, or any kind of concepts they're willing to explore. So we just wanted to make sure it's known we're willing to work with you guys on what you guys see fit.
Other comments or questions? I had one just last logistical question or a process question. What is your timeline for this process?
Assuming things in the planning factor go as planned, we're hoping to submit our site plan and building permit within the next 3-4 months. The actual construction of the building, again, given that this is a modular building that we'll be implementing, the construction timeline is only about 3 to 4 months. So we're actually hoping to have this location operational before 2027.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Enright. Might just stay with us in case there are other comments or questions, but I think we're going to perhaps get a motion out on the floor. So I would invite one at this time.
I move to recommend approval of the request by Zeal Development for a conceptual design plan pursuant to Municipal Code of Ordinances, Chapter 98 zoning, Section 98-253 procedures and review standards, establishing the site idea for an exterior build, 7 Brew Helotes, located at 12405 Bandera Road, Helotes, Texas, 78023, identified as BCAD property ID number 239947, and including both A, the site plan, and B, the general building concept.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Jason. So any discussion of the motion? Ann?
None.
Jason? Anyone else? So the motion is to recommend approval of the request by Zeal Development for conceptual design plan pursuant to Code Chapter 98, Section 253, zoning procedures and review standards, establishing the site idea for an exterior build for 7 Brew Helotes at 12405 Bandera Road, including site plan and general building concept. All in favor, please signal aye.
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 Opposed? Very good. We thank you for being here. This will go to City Council on February the 12th. So I hope you will be able to participate in that process as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We'll move to item 6 tonight, which is discussion and recommended action on a preliminary and final plat pursuant to Code Chapter 78 subdivisions, establishing the Pineapple School 4 subdivision consisting of approximately 4.315 acres, generally located at 3010 FM 1560 North. And I'm going to ask if staff has anything to, by way of introduction of this item for us.
Yes, we do have applicant with us today, both in person and online. I will say that this was thoroughly reviewed by our city engineer. So I'm very much looking forward to presenting this to you this evening.
Okay, very good. Thank you for being here, and see if we have any questions. So I'll open the floor. Thank you for putting the image up. I'll open the floor to comments or questions on this preliminary and final plat.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the variance?
Yes. So our city engineer brought it to our attention in our code, section 78-3, dedication of right-of-way by subdividers. In our code, it is listed that the city of Helotes requires a 20-foot road dedication according to the ordinance. In our ordinance, if you would like me to go through it, states the following. Subdivisions adjacent to any existing state maintained street, road, or highway, the subdivider shall be required to dedicate 20 feet of right-of-way with adjacent to the land being platted. No additional payment shall be required on existing street dedications as required.
Okay, but they're asking that that be eliminated.
Correct.
And there was a letter from the, supporting that, right?
Correct.
Yes, right.
I guess,
Hang on, you good for right now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Heidi.
no, I guess the question that I have is that ever gonna be needed, that right away?
So that portion, that's actually something I'm looking into removing from our ordinance, the 20-foot part, for various reasons that I can discuss offline, but I'm looking to get that taken out of our.
Are you referencing the Jaime for this particular property? Are you speaking to,
Well, I don't know, I'm thinking the right of way is for like in case if the street gets widened.
Yeah, like TxDOT. Is that okay with TxDOT? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that the engineer knows that,
Correct.
but usually there's a dedicated right-of-way just so that there's not any problems if TxDOT needs to get in there with the roads or something. Just like Jaime was saying.
I'd ask if, do either of the applicants have any insights to this? If not, don't worry about it, but, and if you do, come on up. Okay, that's fine, you're good.
Does he?
Well, we've got the engineers who are very aware of this
Yeah.
Correct.
and have signed
Okay.
off on it, so.
And it appears that, we have a letter from TxDOT, which appears to, civil engineering speak, but it appears to recognize what they're trying to do and
Don't object.
They're okay with that, yeah.
Okay. Other comments, questions about this item?
Just, I'm curious, the reason for being of this, I guess it's to redo some utility easements for a future development of presumably Pineapple Schools?
Are we asking for the reason for the plat?
Yeah.
They are actually going to be building I believe it is a daycare on that site. Yes. That's the intention of platting.
Okay.
That's a good school.
But which, I mean, it's not toward this, but it's kind of interesting because there's actually 2 daycares that they just built on that road, probably because of that housing development, but.
Maybe so.
Well, the Pineapple School is pretty famous for their very good daycare kind of school combo it's been very popular.
It's a Spanish immersion school.
They're very much in demand, so I guess they figure there's a need if there's other ones there.
And I'm blocking on this. Is this city or ETJ?
This is city.
City. Thank you. Without other questions, motion would be in order,
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion.
please.
This is a recommendation?
Yes, recommendation.
Okay, so I would move to recommend approval on an action on a preliminary and final plat pursuant to Municipal Code of Ordinances, Chapter 78 subdivisions, establishing the Pineapple School 4 subdivision consisting of approximately 4.315 acres, generally located at 13010 FM 1560 North.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Is there any discussion of the motion? Jason, anyone else? The motion is to recommend approval of the preliminary and final plats pursuant to Code Chapter 78 subdivisions, establishing the Pineapple School 4 subdivision consisting of approximately 4.315 acres generally located at 13010 FM 1560 North. All in favor of this motion, please signal aye.
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 Opposed? Motion's approved, and I presume the same date, February the 12th, back here for final action by City Council. Thank you for being here. Well, that brings us to the close of our agenda. I can invite a motion to adjourn. Please.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor of adjourning, signal aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we stand adjourned. and it's
7:14.
7:14. Thank you.